Hello, and welcome back to Masks and Muses, our Dragon Age game here on Restless Barbarian Gaming. I'm your game master, Aloysius, here accompanied with all of my players this week. It should be an eventful time. So I will have each of these lovely individuals introduce themselves, starting with Diver and then going in a clockwise motion.
I'm Diver. You know me, I'm an interdimensional interloper here at Restless Barbarian Gaming. I have no social media that I'm aware of. And so there's no way to
lie. There is one. I found it.
Occasionally, I've been known to rear my head like some cryptid on a social media service. But yeah. Beyond Discord, I'm quite difficult to find and mythical even. But beyond that, I am here to play Aiden Kincaid, who is himself a rogue scholar from the legendary city of Kirkwall, where everything has happened of note and reputation in the past 7 years or however long it's been. And so he is now in Orlais as a student, a scholar, and the self-appointed cult leader of the Band of Three, which he's set up his own little shady scholar organization to raid and pillage and plunder all of the forbidden secrets of the library, the great library of Val Royeaux, University of Orlais, Go UO. And also the most recently, if you joined us on the previous episode, the White Tower, wherein he freed a rebel mage or was part of that operation, as well as raiding and plundering the basement for all kinds of illicit materials and forbidden tomes with her help. So it's been a wonderful journey so far, and I look forward to all the shenanigans he's going to get up to tonight.
That made it sound much more virtuous and noble than I think it actually was.
Well, that's the way he thinks of it, yeah.
So is clockwise me?
Yes.
Okay, yep. just double checking.
All good.
2 times the charm. Hi, my name's Vivi. You can usually find me on my art account that I haven't posted in like 5 months because life is hard, but I'll post it, I swear. I play Eosia of the White Tower or White Spire. She is a mage who hates the entire system of the chantry controlling kind of like the mage towers and this sort of like servitude quasi kind of like tool system. She's very vocal about it, hates every Templar on site, is also very chaotic, very rebellious. Cross where you will have itching powder in your shoes or like your underwear shrunk, and you'll never catch her near it. So yeah, she was recently helped to be freed by the lovely Aiden Kincaid, who went on a small side mission with her to find illicit knowledge, and has sworn to help her spread her political and porn writing. And yeah, so that about her. And I'd have to say, just one note, I love Zevran Aranai more than anything in my life. And everybody must know that, all right? That's my MVP, my number one. He's why I'm here at Dragon Age. I know he's not even in this game. Just forever him. So yeah. I know this shit.
Honestly fair.
Okay, I guess that brings it to me. Hello, I'm T. I do have social media. You can find me over at devouryourfear.bsky.social. I sometimes post art. Most of the time, I'm just talking about OCs getting up to random smutty nonsense. So peruse at your own danger, essentially. I will be playing Ade of House Montbeliard, aid and loyal servant who uses the name as far as it will take her. And I also co-signed the Zevran Aranai Supremacy. Thank you.
Hey everybody, it's Bolthra. I am playing Buccio Viare. He's rather plain compared to these folks. He's so far just sort of tagging along and expressing his love of mini melts. Sponsor us.
He is definitely shockingly the most normal individual out of everyone. But yes, where last we... Glad you could join us. But when last we left off, as has been stated, two of the party ended up taking a trip over to the White Spire at the sort of I was about to say instigation, but that's not quite the right word. Gave them Marjolaine gave them a little push in that direction,
Nice.
and there was a time to be had. They gained a new party member and fast friend, and caused some ruckus. Some shenanigans were had. Someone pretended to blow up a bathroom, while other people plundered a secret vault underneath the tower. And also, there was a lot of passive aggressiveness directed at a certain Templar who was just doing his job.
Fuck him.
He also picked up a name. You know, we know him as Wet Blanket.
Wet blanket. Wet
Yeah,
blanket.
that's right.
You can be moist in hell. All right?
Yeah. His actual name is eluding me at this moment in time, but
He has
yes.
no name. He's just Wet
Lieutenant
blanket.
Frederick, but
It
he is
doesn't. Just
Wet Blanket.
WB
Thank
for short.
you.
So.
Thank you, Lieutenant Frederick. Thank you.
Bitch name too. Sorry for any Fredericks out there. just in reference to Wet Blanket. You know,
Just this specific one. Really gotta
Exactly.
make the insults pointed at him.
Exactly. And Eosia knows what's going on with him, you know? She knows exactly what's going on in that little man of his.
So we will be picking up the day after the events at the White Spire. But before we get too into that, Ade, how has the past week or so been for you? After your shenanigans at Chateau Allery, and also just tearing your bedroom apart in rage and frustration.
You should know that the entire city of Valroyo knows about your liaison.
Oh no!
Yeah. That happened. Yeah. It was neither confirmed nor denied, but it's been spread around.
But yes, there are rumors that have been started.
Well, listen, the only thing worse than being talked about is not being talked about, right?
Exactly.
So whatever. And she's just an aide. It's fine. Aides get up to trouble. It's fine. So I do think that destroying a lot of items in her room was cathartic. It's a nice stress release. Or she just kind of then sat down on her bed and she just kind of looked at all the destroyed shit and was like, I don't have energy for this, and went to sleep. But I do think that the past week has essentially been, she's probably been at the estate. I have to imagine that she had to speak with the new Duke. I don't think that there was any escaping that. So, and she's probably, I mean, if you tell me, I imagine that maybe there, I don't know, stipulations I don't know if she got in trouble, but I can imagine that is where she's been essentially, kind of on a tight leash for the week.
Yes. The Duke, Guillaume, he was not the most pleased, but also he's aware that you've gotten up to potentially worse shenanigans in the past.
Right, perfume, a little flirting. Come on.
And he more or less gives you sort of like a slap on the wrist and just says, be more discreet in the future. And also, next time
She puts her hand up, she's as a mouse. I promise. As a mouse, I promise. It's a little bit much, I admit it, but I will be more careful.
Good. And you're cleaning up your room next time.
I didn't ask for anybody to clean my room. It's not like I left it there for any reason.
We have
It's going to be
servants.
there. Okay, well, I don't
It will
know
not
what
be
you
on them
want
next
from-
time.
I didn't ask them to. Okay, yes, Duke. I think she looks just kind of like a little frustrated. Probably maybe a little bit petulant here. She does not have the mask on. That would be very rude. So
Yes,
it's
and
very.
he does not have his mask on right now either. So you're
Yeah.
it's just the two of you. Just the two of you in a.
It's a family fight.
Yes, just the two of you in a rare, vulnerable moment in Orlais.
Did grandfather hear about this by any chance?
Do you think I would let him hear about such things?
I hope not. Or grandmother, for that matter.
Oh, her least of all.
Okay. How bad is it?
It could be worse.
That sounds like good news to me.
Mainly mere speculation, if anything else.
I mean, I just left. I put a blanket over her, so. People love to talk.
That they do. Which is why you must be careful who you're seen with and what you're due.
Well, on the subject of that night, I do have a question.
Yes.
Have you ever heard of the name Marjolaine?
I have heard the name before, yes. She, as far as I know, she was a bard of some renown some years past, before she abruptly disappeared.
Well, what would your feelings be if I said I potentially met this woman?
Just in knowing that information offhand means very little.
She claimed to know perhaps about my interesting background.
You see, yeah, that gets his attention immediately. And
She's just kind of like, oh wow, what a nice painting over
Yeah,
there.
and you
That
see
new?
him sort of like lose his composure not in like an angry way, but in like a concerned way, and he like walks over to you and like puts both his hands just like on your shoulders, and he just says, "What did she say?"
Mm, I don't understand why you're so up in arms. This is probably speculation on her part. She
What
just
did she
seemed
say exactly?
well. She invited me to do or take part of a little job for her with some other people, and said if I were to work with her, she could provide me with whatever I wanted. As she knows about my situation with this family.
And he sort of like takes his hands off you and takes a step back and sort of like turns away from you, and not necessarily directed at you, more just speaking aloud. He just says, "How does she know? How could she know?"
I'm not sure. I have made sure to never, ever make any such claim. Not even to any servants of this house. So either it was found somewhere on some item I don't know, or perhaps someone told her. I think she's kind of like I'm kind of messing with something with my hands and looking down because that's what she's doing. Because I don't think that she knows it's not to be taken lightly to speculate that there might be someone running their mouth.
Mm-hmm. And he then takes his mask and he puts it back on, and he just says, "I need to look into this." And he
Missing me?
yes.
She just kind of nods. And she'll grab her stuff and she will see herself out.
And sort of like as you go and you open up the door, if someone falls forward as you open the door, and you see a familiar 13-year-old girl with
no, what are you doing here?
Nothing. I wasn't doing. And then she like stands up and like looks
again, you little monster.
I mean,
smiling.
I can't help it. There's always so much good gossip around here.
Ade will help Manon up and kind of dust her off. Just like, you need to be a little more careful if you're going to eavesdrop then.
I suppose
Don't be obvious about it.
Yes, I suppose that's true. And she sort of like peeks in the room that you just came out of, and she says, "Love you, Papa," and then she closes it. She closes the door.
Closes it on him. Doesn't even get a chance to scold her. Nope.
No, she's like, "I ain't taking that." Come on. And then she grabs your hand and she starts running off somewhere.
Ane will play along. She'll let herself be dragged along by Manon.
And she sort of like takes you off somewhere more private, so it's just the two of you. And she takes her mask off, and she says, "So what happened? I could only kind of hear what was happening. That door's really thick."
Yes, it's for little monsters like yourself to stop you from eavesdropping.
You didn't get in too much trouble, did you? He didn't sound as angry as he could have been.
Oh, it's worse. He's disappointed.
Oh, that is worse.
Right. But I have faith that it will sort itself out. I might just have to be a little bit more careful in the future, for the time being. But while I can't necessarily go over the details of all that we discussed, maybe you can tell me something. Have you noticed anything strange about any of the servants around the estate?
Strange how?
A change in their day-to-day patterns, or perhaps seeming a little bit more on edge than usual?
Maybe. I don't necessarily think in any suspicious way, per se, but I think it is just because grandmother is being herself.
Yes, how is she doing, by the way?
She has good days and bad days.
I'll have to go see her at some point. And I think Ade says that, but I think she also has been saying that now for a few months because I think she's avoiding having to see her in that state. Well,
So I didn't, like I said, I didn't hear too much, but who's this bard woman?
Why do you have to go and hear the parts that you really shouldn't hear?
Because bards are so cool.
Oh, so it was more like selective hearing. It wasn't really the door.
Well, it was a little of both. You know how it is.
Well, Manon, I know that you like to have fun and you like to know things, but just this once, I think it would be best if you forgot that name.
Fine. Well, what are you going to do?
Oh, well, of course, I'm going to try my best to stay out of trouble. Can't go giving your father a heart attack, right?
He's too young for that, and takes too good. He takes good care of himself. That would never happen.
I mean, but the stress I cause him, who knows?
That's true. You could be aging him like 20 years for all we know.
Okay. So, that came out just as Tiara's voice. Okay, calm down. Rude, first off. If I do 20, then you must be aging him by at least 25.
It's possible.
But I'm also going to do what I do best, which is try and gather information. You, and she kind of pokes Manon on the forehead. Her mask says, "Stay out of trouble, or at least don't get caught."
I won't get caught next time.
And as per usual, keep your ears open. If you hear anything or see anything out of the ordinary, or that just feels strange, you tell your father, or of course you can always tell me.
Okay. But only because you actually listen to what I say.
The Duke listens. He's just,
Busy, I know. He's always busy.
well, I know, it's frustrating. But he loves you. As do I.
She gives you a quick hug.
You know, they do that quick, like, okay. Ugh. It's not proper.
No one can see us.
No, she gives her a hug back. We'll pat her on the back. Say, well, I should get going before your father decides to leave his study and see me still here, see us conspiring, and Lord knows what would happen.
That would be a good idea.
Make
Yeah, probably.
All right.
Good luck finding things out.
Thank you, and you have fun staying up to no good.
Always. And she puts her mask back on and she's just gone.
Yep. And Ade will get the fuck out of Dodge.
An excellent plan.
All right. I think after that, she does attempt for that. If it's gonna be like a week time that she doesn't see everyone again, she is actively going to try and stay out of trouble. She will make a very strong attempt to not do anything stupid.
Okay.
Concentrated effort.
A concentrated effort to not do anything stupid.
Mm-hmm.
All right, sounds good. All right, so we'll more or less have caught up to the present. So, the three of you, the rest of the three of you, how did you spend Eosia's first day of relative freedom?
Do you want to take it away, Buccio?
Buccio's probably just watching a lot. He's obviously not as talkative as the others, but he's just trying to soak in their styles. And do they have any? But well, there's the cult that hangs around. Yeah, he's probably chatting with one or two of them to get to know them a little bit. But otherwise, just watching, just soaking up things for later. I mean, just to learn. So.
Well, I know what Aiden's going to do. This is a rich opportunity.
Mhm.
Eosia has not been outside the tower.
Mhm.
How often does one get to have a rebel mage outside the tower for like the first time in Val Royale? And so we are going to hit every fucking tavern from here to after the sun comes up. And so, yeah, it is just going to be a night on the town. There are certain members of the Band of Three that, of course, following Aiden around. Valeria is one of them, our Antivan erstwhile second in command.
Yeah.
And
she's
so,
jazzed.
oh, she is so jazzed. She's so ready. And Aiden has commissioned her with a special task. He hands her a book that, at least on the cover, says, so he's handing her a couple things actually. First of all is the book that says on the cover, Ferelden Agriculture, a meticulous account. And this is as dry and as boring as you might imagine. And so that it is something that absolutely no one wants to read except for somebody with like a PhD in agriculture. And so everybody else would ignore this book entirely. But inside the cover is the actual pages of the Grimoire Demonicum, the tome that we stole from the basement of the White Spire, you know. And so he's like, this needs to be copied post haste, like yesterday. You need to copy everything in here into a second tome as quickly as possible. You and the other members, like this is top priority. Push aside everything else you've been doing. This is more important than any studies you're currently engaged in. And so basically he trusts her to, get on that and copy it to the best of her ability along with everybody else in the cult. Yeah. And then of course, if other copies get around, then that's fine. But like, there must be at least one just in case something should happen to the original and that sort of thing. The other thing that he hands to Valeria is the beginnings, the very first edition, the very first chapter, in fact, of Pink Petal Paradise. And so like this needs to go to, of course, the booksellers in the city. And it is hot off the presses. It is the very first chapter of a brand new series that will immediately launch itself into a kind of fame that will compete with Hard and Hightown. And so we need to get this published again, pronto, post haste, like yesterday. This needs to happen. So that can be handled by somebody else in the cult.
Buccio can take.
There you go. Buccio can handle that. So he's currently delegating tasks while we are getting absolutely smashed. And,
when she when you like gave her very quickly the manuscript for Pink Petal Paradise,
yes.
She before it was then taken from her to give to Buccio, she was able to get like a little bit into reading it, and her eyes, you just see her eyes go wide and her face immediately start blushing before the paper is taken away from her.
It was very good, no? Thrilling intro.
And she's just like, I've never read anything like that.
I know. That's what I made it for. Because, sometimes you have such an overabundance of like just smut and porn. And then, there's only so many times you can do like fuck or die or like, arranged marriage or all these other things that are happening. And so you really have to find a new way to kind of spice up a new thing, like, to really explore what people haven't been thinking, like maybe aiming for that blush, for that, oh my God, this is so scandalous, I must have more. It gets really dry in the tower sometimes, so I have to lube it up, like I have to make sure that the circulation process is still going smooth.
I mean, this is gold right here. This is literally.
I think I understand what you're saying. Yeah.
You look like you understood, so that's good.
I think so, yeah.
Yes.
Not as good.
But I must admit I am intrigued. I'm intrigued.
I'm glad.
Oh,
if you have
you'll
like
be
any
more than intrigued.
And she immediately like tries to like bring her composure back, but her face, her cheeks are still quite red as she's talking.
And Aiden is going to look over at Buccio like, we get a lion's share of the profits here. I don't give a shit what the booksellers say or what their terms are. Okay, you haggle them down. All right, don't let them take this from us. All right, this is going to be so fucking hot. All right, and we are going to make so much fucking money off of it.
But Buccio, I must say, that if we are entrusting you with this task, and she's just going to put her hand on her shoulder,
mm-hmm.
I have utmost faith in you after proving yourself to us in the tower. But, people are people, men are men. I would like to say that the temptation to potentially publish yourself in my name, or by chance, take my profits, that I'm willing to share 3-way fairly, and or I guess 4-way if you count the bookseller, should be kept in mind. And she's kind of like just gonna boop him in the nose. I know you are sneaky, and that doesn't to say that I doubt you. No. That is to say I'm careful, and so this is my careful. How do I say? Introduction to don't cheat me out of my earnings. I will smite you.
Do you honestly think that, based on our one day of interaction, that I would try to cheat you?
Yes, all men are liars.
Then you're smarter than I thought you were.
I get that a lot. It's really the things that make people think I'm not.
All right.
But I trust you to be smarter than most people think you are, Bukio.
Oh, a lot of people look down on me.
Exactly. That's why I know you're scary. I see it in you. It's like, it's this aura of bad boy energy, kind of like, ooh, I am underdog. Like, I go unnoticed, or I go noticed but looked over. And you have that sense of like camouflage, kind of like I am the predator unseen in the crowd. People think I am worm, but I'm actually garden snake. Wow.
And he'll just kind of like tap his staff and go, "You might want to stop now. I get it."
I know he got. I like these drinks. Some of them are a little too hard, but I must say, when they mix them with the citrusy stuff, these are really good.
Really? Right.
And
exactly.
you see like just a collection of like 6 empty glasses next to her.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Yep. And
And Aiden's like, he's just running a tab. He's just like, we'll take care of it. Don't worry, we're coming into money here soon. So,
Do you have anything mango flavored? I'll take strawberry if not.
You heard her. Let's go. Come on.
The bartender is just flabbergasted, but he's like, I've dealt with worse. I've dealt with worse. And
Look, if you don't have it, we'll go somewhere else. So
They're popping bottles. Get with it.
Pink lemonade, stat.
I want every single fruit you've got back there in a drink. So,
I know the lady
just mix them all up and give it to me.
That's right.
And eventually, you, since you just keep rattling stuff off, eventually you do get a glass of what looks like it has many varieties of fruit just sliced up into it, and then the glass is filled up with alcoholic lemonade. And
is it layered? Is it like multicolored? We got like a nice cocktail going here. Like
yes, it is very pretty looking.
Yeah.
And Ade, in your search for the hot goss, you eventually wind up near a very popular tavern called the Sweetsong Brandy Parlor, and you hear the albeit more drunken sounding than the last time you heard it, rowdiness of a few familiar voices coming from inside.
Oh, perhaps I should leave.
Oh no.
Oh no, maybe I should go. She's gonna kind of just look in the direction to see if she sees them first. Like, she's like, there's no fucking way.
Yeah, and I will say you notice them before they notice you. You do see
No, wait a minute. Wait a minute.
Yes.
How is Ade dressed? Is it normal Orlesian flourishing attire that most people would turn heads? You know that. I mean, I imagine
to go to like a popular like tavern, like this is like a kind of a more anybody place, right?
This one's a bit more on the upscale side.
Oh.
I mean, I just see Ade as someone who wants to look good all the time.
She is. Because ITR like designing outfits very much. I don't think she's wearing like the typical feather mask maybe that she always wears when she's going to like events and things, or like when she like wants people to really clock like, hey, this is the house that I am associated with.
Mhm.
Still dressed nicely. I think she's just kind of probably wearing a simpler mask. Maybe has like some flowers and stuff kind of like sculpted on the sides of the eyes.
Not screaming a particular house, more just
Yeah. We're going for subtle cute.
yes, or
Dress
yeah.
casual.
Yes.
Yeah.
All right.
So, oh boy, they're really here. Okay. Well, on one hand, I could ask what happened, but on the other hand, they do seem like trouble. And I said I would stay away from trouble. And so she's gonna walk over, you know?
Mhm.
She's gonna go. Why not? It's like, I think talking to them couldn't possibly get me in trouble. Going somewhere, maybe, but talking?
Aiden is immediate. I mean, as soon as he's able to recognize that Ade's there, I don't know if I need to make a roll for this, but since she's approached, I assume that he's eventually going to notice her there.
Yes, I would say so. Even in his drunken state, I think he would still notice her walk up.
Oh yeah, and he is going to go, Eosia, you need to meet this person. Look, it's the lady from Belliard. You know, like he.
Oh
is just,
my god!
Hell yeah!
And then Ade's immediately kicking herself like, what the fuck?
And he's
I should have turned around.
He's shouting it so everyone in the tavern can hear, and he is dragging Eosia over and basically like, you need to meet this person. She totally, oh my god, there's no one like her. She totally just slept with someone else while we were on a secret mission, and and so like, yeah, she is so good at what she does, and so yeah, he's making an absolute scene.
Yes, and Ade, you see the bartender sort of just standing there, just watching this all happen.
What are you standing there for? Get her a drink. Come on. You've got the worst service here. Let's go. Let's get it.
Immediately, without missing a beat, fixes Aiden with a scathing look.
Doesn't pay attention to it at all.
That's just like, and so now you let trash into your establishment?
Admittedly, this is an off night.
This is the best night. I don't know who you're talking about. The trash? Are you talking about somebody here? Like, he's completely oblivious to the idea of like, we're not trash. We're the best customers they have in here right now.
We're the best.
Is there an upper, like, is this one floor? Is this a one tavern floor?
This is a one floor tavern.
And a one tavern floor.
Yeah. Oh my god.
Since it's upscale, I'd say no. I'd say there's multiple levels.
She's going to ignore. She's now just going to ignore the party.
Where are you going?
And she's going to. She's going to say, "I would like a seat upstairs, please."
Of course.
Are we going with her, or is it like she wants some alone time? I mean, I don't know how friendly you guys are.
I mean, we were only
The
together
dress
for
is
one night. You know how it goes. But like, I thought we were good friends by the end of that night. I haven't seen her since then. But like, I've been very busy. I can't speak for Buccio here, but I felt like we hit it off.
Buccio, how do you feel? What was the
We
vibe?
never talked. That's crazy.
I thought she was fond of us.
Right? That's the vibes I got.
Mm-hmm. Seems like we are
No,
having.
she just kind of walks past like they're ants.
Yeah. Yeah. And
Aiden's gonna reach out. He's gonna actually reach out and grab her by the arm.
Nope. She will
And-
absolutely smack your hand with a fan.
Ow!
Just
Ow!
like-
Hey, ow! Where are you going? The party's right here. We're just
So
having
you
a good.
just let people grab others in your establishment?
But we just
Where
want you
are the
here so-
gods?
Listen, lady, I don't understand who stuck some nasty ass thorn rod your ass, but you need to like chill the fuck down.
I'm not talking to you.
We're not in the fucking opera.
Anyways, so
And-
Popcorn, please.
I would like you to please call the gods.
of course.
Aiden, your friend's vibe absolutely fucking sucks. Wet blanket number 2.
I know, right? Like I got a
And-
different impression. Like I'm sorry. I thought she.
And you see the bartender sort of like walk off, and
She's gonna continue her way upstairs.
Yes.
She's not paying mind to this.
yeah,
He's
and
causing a scene.
So
yeah, and as you head upstairs, you do notice a bit. You notice like a few other like small groups of nobles. They're all wearing masks. Them sort of just talking amongst themselves, and then they look over at you, and one of them like visibly like sighs of relief, and she just says, "You know what that rabble downstairs, are you?"
No, and I'm quite concerned that the establishment's owner would just let trash come in and do whatever it deigned fit to do.
Yes, they hadn't been doing anything other than being loud and obnoxious, so I think he was letting it slide. I don't know. I don't know what is wrong with him. He's certainly letting this place go to the dogs if he's allowing that behavior.
Ooh,
Just
pussy
kind of
porn
gives a curt nod. And I think Ade is going to sit down and prepare to order a drink for herself. Inside, she is like, what the fuck is wrong with that dude? Why would you do it? Outside, she's just kind of like, this is like quiet distaste. On the inside, she's like, oh, bro, what the fuck? Come on, man. What is going on?
And sort of, and about maybe a minute later, after the bartender disappeared, he comes back, and he's followed by 4 guards, and
She totally narked
I feel
on
like
us.
a bunch of Fredericks.
and he just says, "That's them. Please vacate them from the premises." And then he just walks upstairs and walks
Hey, now
over
you don't
to
have to pay.
walks over to Ade and just says, "What can I get you?" As the guards are now advancing on your guys' table.
I think we should-
She orders some fruit wine.
Yeah,
I
you know
don't
what?
really drink wine.
You know what? Let's go to a more chill area because it seems like, I don't know. I honestly thought the Spire was full of nothing but uppity bitches.
Well, they're out here too. They're out here too. Yeah.
And Eosia is just gonna walk, kind of take Bukio and Aiden, smile at the kid. We would leave. Don't worry. No, take your clothes with me.
You're
This
taking the popcorn with
establishment.
him.
Yeah.
Like loudly as she walks. It's just such a shame to see like people with their nose so high up in the air when honestly like the smell of shit comes from on their mouth.
Yeah. And these guards are just following you as you're slowly walking your way out of the building.
You're cute. I know a girl in the Spire who you are just her type. You should honestly go visit. Her name's Linda. She likes them very big and round like you are.
He says nothing in response.
I know, people. We are going to write such a scathing review of this place. You'll never live it down until you're out of business. Walk out.
I'd like
Zero stars.
Zero. Not even a constellation. Not even a solo star. Dead light.
Zero.
I'd like to see if Buccio, based on his size, is able to maybe kind of separate himself from the group and is going to maybe try to head towards the stairs to go upstairs.
Make me a dexterity roll.
Dexterity?
It's
Okay.
like a cat clawing at his back right now.
Let's see. It's 7 plus 12. And he has no modifiers to it, so 12.
12. Okay. Yeah, they're kind of focused on just like the two rabble rousers at the moment, so you are able to sort of just
duck back.
Yeah, just be like, get me away from the situation right now.
Yeah, he wants to see if he can get to the stairs and maybe go upstairs and talk to Ade.
Yeah, you're sort of able to like separate yourselves, especially since Aiden also brought his posse along with him as well. So you're able to sort of slink away unnoticed.
Yes, and in true cult fashion, they're echoing his sentiments as well. They're just basically like, "Oh, this place, giving like hand gestures,
and Valeria's like, "We're going to ruin you. We're going to ruin you."
That's right.
Till their parents hear about it. Their parents are gonna ruin them. Ruin their trust funds.
And so I feel like this is perfect for Buccio. Like, this is exactly the kind of situation he lives for.
Yeah, so the rest of you are escorted off the premises, but Buccio, you are able to make your way up the stairs.
And he'll just kind of quietly lean on his staff and look for Ade.
Yeah,
and
I think you'll see her probably pretty well enough, right?
Yeah, it's not like she's hard to spot. It's everyone is sort of their own unique blend of loud, so she's able to stand out because that's kind of the point.
And he'll kind of walk up to her side, not really trying to sneak up on her, and just kind of, and of course he's down low, so she's probably not noticing him. But he'll just kind of cough and be like, "Good evening."
Oh, Buccio, what a pleasure it is to see you again.
It's good to see
you. Would you
you
like to take a seat?
I would, if you wouldn't mind.
Of course.
He'll kind of do that, like climb up the stool.
Not normal. What? Not normal.
Well, I mean, I'm assuming
I
there's
didn't even
stools.
talk to Aiden. Why is he blasting my information like this? Crazy work. Diabolical, even.
I don't know. I thought when we met the other evening, I thought we.
I'm sorry. Oh no, sorry. She's not saying that. That's just.
Oh, I got you.
But she would be like.
Yes, the bartender comes back with your frou-frou drink.
Cute. Would you like anything, Buccio?
He'll look over and be like, just some water, please.
And you see the bartender sort of give Buccio a little stink eye and then walks off. And then about a minute later comes back with some water.
Thank you. He'll look in it first, make sure it's.
It gets spit in.
Exactly.
Oh my goodness.
Just take a sip, and he's like, "So how have you been?"
Well, I was going to say this good. as one could possibly be in this lovely city, but I'm not very fond of disruptions like that. So that did turn my mood a little bit, as you might imagine.
They were a bit rambunctious.
Yes, that's a very safe word to use. Yes.
It was almost like tonight was almost like rescuing an old friend from a prison and bringing them back out into the world again for the first time. So, they were a little over the top, but I would hope you wouldn't hold it against them. Maybe if we met again under different circumstances, and we could start over.
Perhaps. If it's going to be like that, well, the circumstances would have me say no, but I would like that. Perhaps you can pass along my sentiments to your friends.
I will. And he'll just kind of tap his staff a little bit. That you're starting to learn that like taps his staff means I'm done. So and he just kind of jumps down from the bar stool, and he's like, "A pleasant evening to you."
And you?
And he will. Now he's gonna head for the stairs, and then probably try to leave like a normal person, not being thrown out. So.
Crazy that people would want to be seen being thrown out of a tavern.
Okay.
And you're able to, you're able to leave without issue.
Okay. And then gets outside. Then
In fact, almost nobody even notices that he goes. It's just
exactly.
slipped out.
It's his thing. He's beneath notice. So, and he'll probably get outside, take a deep breath, and then just listen for Hayden and the gang.
They're at a nearby stall of like fried foods, and you just like see in the corner like Eosia has like 6 skewer sticks in her hand, and she's like taking bites out of each one. This tastes so good. Oh my god. And she's just like fascinated with the food, and she's like offering bites to like each of the cult members. Have you tried this?
Orlesian Street Fair is second to none. You can get anything here.
Not gonna lie, we need this. We have gruel. I mean, not gruel. It's just the cooks in charge sometimes change, and a lot of them are chantry run, and so the chantry is like chantry. The chantry is also like very stingy with spices because they're flavorless and plain and dicks. And also
And it seeps into their personalities. They're all like that too. You are what you eat.
It's in bow.
Yeah, and Valeria, like as you're just shitting on the chantry, going on a chantry tirade, Valeria says, "I don't know. I've met some pretty nice sisters before.
They can be.
Some of them can be okay in the way that, like, some lions will not maul you, but I have never met a chantry person who I have not had this taste for in the tower. But I will acknowledge that my life is limited by the tower that the chantry put me into, like a dog. So, I must say my case study, group, small, but fucked. And so I'll give it to you. You might have met some cool sisters. And I'll say, kudos. Yay, great sisters. I hope I would have met them, but I think they leave all the Mr. Nice Guys and Mrs. Nice Ladies outside because you can't have sympathy for those in the chantry. There's certain dickheads, wet blankets.
Wet blankets.
I'm so angry that I went to eat another skewer whole.
And damp blankets. All sorts of terrible blankets.
Damp blankets that have been sat in the corner of a room so long that they develop mold.
Right. Yes, mold. Ugh.
Mold. And so
Mold.
it's just like tirade and like between
Yeah, so
bosses.
Buccio, you definitely hear them like shouting into
Yeah.
the night, just going on tirades.
Not like
Yeah,
I've ever
off
been out
distance.
drunk before and can't
Yeah,
find them,
exactly. They're absolutely
2 blocks
drunk,
away.
yeah.
So, yeah, he'll kind of wander up, and he's just kind of watching. So waiting to see when they have time to notice he's there, as drunks often don't. So.
Yeah, Aiden is here to contribute to everything that Eosia just said, and to like add to it and say, well, I come from a different place in my experience, right? In Kirkwall, the chantry ranges from exactly what Eosia said, except they've all got claws, and some of them even use them, to perfectly nice but boring. All right, they don't have anything to say except for the chant of light, which they repeat 1,000 times a day, and so it's just it drives you crazy because that's all they have. They don't have anything else to contribute. So nice, some of them, but that's it. That's all they bring to the table. And honestly, Valeria, if you like any of them, it's probably your responsibility to do exactly what we're doing here. Show them the best parts of life that they're missing and change their ways accordingly. Or at least help spice up their porridge a little bit, their gruel. Yes,
and then you see, Valeria pull out from her like little cloak a bottle of wine that she stole from the tavern, and just start uncorks it.
Your friends are so cool, Aiden.
I know, right? She is just the best. Like that is going to earn you. You are on the right path. You're going to go far.
And after she uncorks it, she like takes a big swig, and you can tell she's already a bit sloshed at this point.
And Aiden's like Antivan. Yeah.
But and she just like holds it up and like holds her fists up, and she's just like, I'm cool. You said
You're
I'm cool.
Follow her example. He's like, put the rest of you want to rise through the ranks right here. This is what you've got to be. I want to see it from every one of you this week. That's your challenge this week. It's kind of like hazing, and like Rush, basically it's, he's like telling them, look, you need to step up your fucking game. All right. So
she's gonna kneel down to Buccio, and you can see like she's visibly like very wobbly on the way down. Put a hand on his shoulder and look him dead in the eye and be like, I know you're not drinking, but you are cool.
Thank
I want
you.
you to know you are cool.
And you are cool as well.
Oh, Buccio, that's the nicest thing you've ever said.
And he'll give her a hug. He's
You're so nice, Buccio.
And he'll look up at Aiden and says, we ought to have a talk, but tomorrow. I don't. After all the fun, we'll have a talk. But tonight, enjoy yourself.
Tonight we celebrate.
Do you want to explore Buccio? They're really good.
And Aiden, Valeria sort of like saddles up to you as Eosia is crying over the food, talking to Buccio, and she's just like, by the maker, is she okay?
She's totally fine. She's just overwhelmed. It's her first night on the town, and we still got like 4 taverns to go. So, and I know a special part of town where you can get things that you can't get in any tavern. So we've got to hit that too. And it's just gonna be the best night ever. And so yeah, like. And Buccio, I expect you to. I don't want you to go through this like dry. Like you need to be part of our group here. So, join us.
We can't pressure drink. What if Buccio has an allergy to alcohol? He's so nice, you don't want him to die.
Aiden's eyes narrow. An allergy to alcohol? Really?
And
like, what if it's like the weed for the party?
No, I just prefer to keep my senses alert.
I need Buccio alert. I'm not alert.
And
all right. Be designated walker, you know. That's fine. You know, the rest of us will have fun. You too, Eosia, and just go, you know, try to like go on. There's this is only one food truck here, okay? We've got many others to hit, and they have everything on a stick.
Onwards.
Yeah.
And I'm holding Loki's hand as we go.
Yeah, and as you're going, Valeria gets your attention, Aiden, and says, "So," and then she like reaches into her cloak again and pulls out, sort of like a small pouch, and she just says, "So, when do you want us to do the stuff?"
Oh, soon. But we already have a place set up, right, where we can crash, right? An end destination.
Yeah.
I told you about this, right? You need to make sure that you've had that all set up, right?
Yes, it should be good. Yeah.
Not at the university.
No.
Okay. All right. As soon as we get there, it'll be great. It'll be a great climax to the evening. Like, just a great way to finish.
Okay.
Keep that in your cloak. Don't let anybody see it.
Right,
the guards tonight, sticks up all their asses. All right, you can't even, you know. So we can't. Yeah, they already kicked us out of one tavern. I don't want anything to do with them. So don't give them any reason.
And it's like almost like she hadn't even thought about it until you bring it up, and then she just like grabs you and immediately starts paranoidly looking around, and
she's already partaken a little bit.
Yeah, and she's just like, "We're making such a ruckus."
It's fine. Just keep that in your cloak.
They're going to come. They're going to come get us. I know.
No. It's fine. It's fine. I'll protect you.
Okay.
Trust in me. All right.
I do. All
right. And Buccio's our designated walker, so he'll keep an eye out, sharp eye.
Of course.
Come on, the night's wasting. Let's go. And he is going to try to pick up other revelers along the way to just make the biggest carousing journey through Valroyo that has ever been noted in a single night. So
make me a communications roll.
I would love to
see.
I would love to make a communications roll here
to see how many revelers.
And I'm going to use persuasion on this roll. So I am throwing in persuasion. I feel like in his current state of revelry, I should even get more than the +2 bonus I have to it, but we'll go with that for a start. So
okay.
So how many dice again do I roll?
3.
Okay. All right. So that is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. He's a little bit inebriated, so not at the top of his game, but I feel like each cultist should add a bonus as well. I mean,
I'll give it.
His presence is magnified.
I'll give you an additional point. So
okay, all right. So that's 13. And it's a magic number. All right.
Yes.
So, yeah.
Yes, you managed to like pick up a few people here and there.
Yeah.
So like by the end of it, it's like maybe like 15 of you in total.
Oh yeah, which is a merry band. I mean, that's fair. You know, that's fair.
Yep. And Ade, you and the other tavern goers can hear them outside screaming and raving for a good 15 minutes before they finally start wandering off elsewhere. The tavern is once again met with the sophisticated silence that is befit of this kind of establishment.
And it is more boring, but also, at least she's not continuously being doxxed. So
just for the world to hear.
Right. She'll probably only after they leave, she'll probably wait like another 40 minutes and then she'll head out. Because she's now like, I need to now not meet up with them because Lord forbid it happens again or another scene is caused, and then now I have to go back to the estate and be fucking yelled at again. So
All right, fair enough. Just
Yep.
want to make sure. Just wait until it's absolutely safe.
absolutely certain. Now she's like, I can't even meet them as I normally would. I gotta just like not even look like myself because that one fucker's crazy a little bit. Just a little bit. So yeah. And I don't even know the other person who is getting up in arms, but that was a wild experience.
Yeah,
And
so
I just
I'm gonna
have
say
to-
also, also wild that an elf was in that sort of establishment.
That's true, but she has nothing to say about that.
That's
Given
true.
certain things.
Yeah,
Yeah.
just noteworthy.
Yeah. Yeah. Also, we could like they were shouting all of that. Like everything that was being said.
Drunks always speak in a nice, calm voice.
Well, I'm just wondering because there was conversation of the
Monitoring their
power
tone carefully.
of the tower.
She
Which would
definitely
have
said everything with her chest.
okay, because that would pique Ade's interest, but also she would be like, another thing that does not really give me much confidence because are you trying to get like thrown underground to be made tranquil? I don't like what? Hello?
Can't kill my
So-
vibe.
A lobotomy? Please. That's not gonna
Please.
That's not gonna do shit to me. This vibe's
The only way I'm
strong.
gonna be gone. The only way I'm gonna be gone is if I'm dead.
Right.
Right.
The party don't stop, bitch. Okay.
They try to lobotomize me. There's nothing there, bitch. There's nothing there.
Oh my god. Hopefully they could meet again under better circumstances because I do think that Anu would really enjoy
I think this is
that.
a good first meeting for that, but I think we will get the record clean later.
Yeah. So yeah, but yeah, she's gonna like, ooh, she's gonna wait. She's gonna be like, Jesus, why? Or not Jesus, mate. God, why am I so fucking loud? Just no care, just none, just zero.
Just don't
Just
give
zero.
a shit. Don't give a shit.
Not at all. That's crazy, right? That's crazy. Is she saying this to herself? She's not actually speaking. She's like, that's fucking crazy. That's crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah. Jesus. Formerly known as the Maker.
As you eventually all wind your way through the streets, hitting bars here and there, eventually you make it to the final destination that Valeria had planned out, and that is the Grand Royal Theater.
Perfect. Perfect place for crashing.
Are we here
She-
for the apple?
I don't think there's actually a show tonight. I think it's just rehearsal, but
We're the show.
Listen, but if we are careful, they should be finishing up right about, I don't know what time it is. It should be finishing up about now-ish, I think. And so if we go in and we are nice and quiet, then we should be able to crash sort
I'm
of.
going to stop you right there. So Aiden's going to go
Why?
right over to Buccio, and he's going to be like, give me that. And he's going to kind of basically take the draft of Pink Petal Paradise from him. Like he's just going to reach in and grab it, and basically walk over to, like, he's walking right into the theater with one purpose in mind: to find someone who looks like a thespian.
Okay. You walk in, and there is there are many thespian-looking folk here.
Perfect. I'm going to walk up to the very first person with like makeup on and everything like that and say, "Take me to your leader."
And they turn around and they have sort of like a almost like Harlequin mask on.
Yeah.
And they just say, "Excuse you?"
And he is going to flip his hair, and then he's going to like hold up the draft and go, "I've got the best screenplay you've ever seen." And
Uchio's going to slip towards the echo.
Walks
he's like,
in,
"I
immediately
need
walks
to talk
out.
to your director, all right, now, because this shit is brand new. No one has it. You could put it on first."
I think that's the opposite of quiet.
And the Harlequin woman grabs the paper and looks at it and says, "This is not enough for a screenplay."
It's not, but more is coming.
I think you can't really see her reactions because of the mask, but you can like gauge sort of like what's happening.
We can work together on it. We could workshop it, right?
And she says, "I don't think this could make it in the theater.
I disagree.
However, it may be a good serial."
How about off? Like, what was the name of this theater?
Aiden.
The Grand Royale Theater.
Like, off Grand Royale, like the secondary theater.
Eosia's gonna approach Aiden and be like, "Aiden, this is written work. It's not meant to be performed like that. I mean, if we look at page 3, I really don't think that on stage we can have 3 men thrusting like this."
Oh, Eosia, you need to widen
No,
your gaze.
Aiden. Creative license master's word that I write, I make it. We will publish it first. It's not done. We can't hand half a cake and say, "I baked it, finish, here's your order." No. I only have half the cake. I only have half the delicacy. We're so sorry to interrupt. It's just he is very passionate about my ideas, and he's been helping me because I have been locked away. And so all of my brilliance has been locked away. And he's overexcited about possible ways. I'll think of a screenplay for you guys. I have ideas. I must say, I don't particularly want Pink Petal Paradise, the number 1 of my pornos from the Spire, to be put on as a theater production. Like maybe when they mix it with like another work I have, and then they maybe like PG it just a little bit to make it more like theatrical rather than like then it'll be better for the public.
We could have different versions. Yeah.
Yes, I suggest, and she hands the paper back to you, Eosia, and
take things from Bukyo's hand like that. I was mean.
And
first.
And
it's
says,
fine. I couldn't miss the opportunity to possibly get down the rights for this before it even gets published. So we gotta think long term here.
I suggest looking in the papers.
We will do that in the morning when we are all less drunk.
Yes. Good luck, Rabbit. And she walks off.
Am I the rabbit or are you the rabbit? I don't think I'm particularly rabbit-like.
It might be just a theater term.
Do you think it's like, oh my god, was she hitting on me?
Yeah.
That's kind of sexy because like it's the mask and it's, I should make something with that. That's such a good idea.
Inspiration.
Aiden, make me a cunning roll real quick.
Watch it be Marjolaine or some shit.
So that's 13.
13. Okay, you would know that. You would know that rabbit is particularly in Orlais is a derogatory term for an elf.
I got slurred.
he's gonna play it off, you know. It's like he might know that, but he's not gonna tell Eosia that. So he's just gonna play it off and say, "No, I'm sure it's just a theater."
What if she repeats it to somebody trying to flirt?
Hello, rabbits. Get me out.
He's not gonna harsh her buzz here, you know. He's not gonna do that.
Yeah.
So
it's like when they call you. It's like when someone calls you an F slur, but in like a sexy way. It's like, are they flirting with me or are they insulting who I am as a person?
It's like, you're not part of the community. You're not with the squad.
We're not like that.
We're not like that. So she's like, we have to get.
So I guess they're not going to put a carrot on a stick and try to lead you around. So
I'm actually not fond of carrots.
Oh wait, I'm not there. Sorry.
Oh.
Nope, you were very explicit. Like, get me out of here. I want none of this.
Just walk right out.
I must say, this night has been lovely, and I've been having such a great time. And I don't mean to be like a fucking bummer, because I'm never a fucking bummer. Like, I'm the best. But I have to get back to the Spire soon, because like I'm allowed out for a while, but like I still have a curfew, I think it says in the document. So like I have to go back. And I can maybe see you guys tomorrow or like in a few days.
You're not staying? You're not staying with us?
They just let me go out, Aiden. I don't, as much as I like to like, you know, like mess around and do, I want to keep my going out privileges. And so like I have to be back. So that I can
just real quick, would Aiden remember like what the terms of her hall pass were?
The terms of her hall pass, from what you can recall, is she's allowed out like within the city limits. If she goes out of the city, then it becomes a problem and she will be hunted down with the full force of the Templars at the tower. But other than that, you know, provided she is allowed to be there, then she's able to go as she pleases within the city. However, Adrian suggested that don't push it tonight and just like go out for a bit and come back.
Like, Adrian's really cool, and you know, like I know that we had the funny adventure, and like as much as I shit on Adrian is like also the leader of my faction and like really cool, like especially in comparison to all the other like dick rags in the tower. So like tonight I've had a really great time, and I really appreciate it because like I've never gotten kicked out of a bar before, or had a multi-fruit cocktail or stuff on the skewer, and it's been so much fun.
I get it, you know. Yeah. We can go back, you know. Yeah. It was your first night out, and that's fine. There will be many more.
Yeah. So just tonight we have to put the cap on it, on the fun. But the fun is like champagne, and eventually we will shake the bottle up, and the fun will explode.
So much fun, yeah. And he's like, it's been wonderful, it's been great, and we've got a wonderful future. And he's gonna like, let me handle this, and he's gonna hold out the hand for the draft, and basically say, I will get it to my publishing people, and Buccio will help. And given that Buccio is the more sober of the two of us, if you would like him to take you back, I can certainly have that arranged, or I can take you back myself. I would not want you wandering the streets by yourself.
I don't want you guys to limit your party. And I think, honestly, this might not be Buccio's scene. So I'm going to ask Buccio to walk me back. And you guys go whatever was in that bag and have a good time. And also, I don't know if it's true, but like, I don't think I'm supposed to be doing drugs, especially like as a mage. Like the whole thing, they're like, oh, you can be possessed at any moment, like you will never let your guard down, like
no one ever has to know.
Yeah, but like, you know, there might be like a spirit who's like knocking on like my soul door in the fade.
Eosia, you passed your harrowing, all right? You're good.
Well, I'm gonna go with Bukyo, and
In fact, just hand him the manuscript and he'll go ahead and get it to the bookstore. Yeah.
but she'll give Aiden like 2 kisses on the cheek, like it has been a lovely night.
Wonderful.
Yeah.
Unforgettable.
You continue until dawn.
Until dawn.
I
Yes.
shall see you soon. All right. So she's gonna walk out and gonna go over to Bukyo and be like, Bukyo, I'm so sorry to disturb you. I do not mean to ask this, and if you're like, nah, fuck that, I'm like tired, or I'm bored, or my leg hurts, or I really have to piss really bad, so can you wait 5 minutes? I was wondering because, I am such a beautiful young woman walking through the streets of the town alone, and although I do have the magic of whimsy and the spirits of the fades and all that shit with me, I would appreciate.
He's just gonna reach up, just put like a finger on her lips. Say no more. Let's go.
Bukyo, you're so nice. And she's like holding Bukyo's hand again, and she's like, Bukyo, like, honestly, nobody really looks out for me in the tower like you guys.
If you need to puke, let me know.
Oh, it's okay. I'm saving it for when I get to the first enchanter.
And he just say, I remember my first cup of wine.
I hope it's red. He likes to wear these dreadful silvery garbs that really don't go with his skin. And so I'm going to make him look like he had his period with chunks of skewer.
And
he doesn't know what to say to that. So he just keeps walking.
And so you walk off into the night, and Aiden, as you watch Eosia head out, you begin sort of like heading further into the theater where you saw your entourage heading. But before you manage to get there, you feel 2 sets of hands wrap around you and then sort of like just restrain you and drag you off somewhere.
Hey, you can't. Hey,
and you just feel your your mouth immediately just gets gagged.
His shadowy hands just pull him in.
As you get dragged off somewhere, and that's where we will stop tonight.
Oh shit!
Alrighty.
Oh shit!
At least my homie.
Hey, if it wasn't this mysterious person, it would have been me.
Hottie's in the back with like a bunch of hired goons, and she's like, "Do you know what the fuck you just did?"
Yes, I'm gonna fucking
Wanna
kill
go
you.
night night?
You have no idea
Oh
who
my
you just
gosh.
messed with.
Thank you.
Ooh,
This is the
probably
Orlesian
like-
mob, don't you know?
Yeah.
All right.
Thank you so much. I have to get going, but I appreciate you like doing me that favor and letting me get out of here. I didn't mean to have like everybody else's fun stuff. I just need to.
No,
It's all good. All good.
This is a wonderful wild group, and I love it. So I can't wait for. I'll be back in 2 weeks, not next week, but on the 21st. So
Okay.
try not to have all the fun without me.
Never.
All righty.
Have a good night.
Thank you.
Yeah, you too.
All right.
I love this
So,
Me
I'm
too.
glad.
I want to be a part of the group.
We have like done.
I wasn't expecting that though, and I had to think quick.
Yeah, well, Aiden was coming on a bit strong there, so I think that was a very understandable and reserved response on Ade's part.
I figured that even though it was still rude, acting as if she was like, "Ew, what the fuck is this?"
Yeah,
would make
and
it seemed more like she was like, "Who the fuck are these people?" Like,
yeah, and
I'll
also,
pay
and
attention to them.
yeah, basically everyone in that tavern was scandalized at how just uncouth they were all being.
Listen,
and I'm sure no word will ever get back to the chantry. So,
right.
Yeah, I'm sure no word will get back to anybody.
No.
Eosia's out here trying to ruin their reputation. She wants them to know that she hates them. She's like, look, you
She's
have
trying hard to get kicked out.
my zip code and address.
It's not aware. The tower is the opposite of what they'll do.
They'll lock you.
They'll be like, you're in
further
for life.
She's like, you lock me up, you gotta deal with me forever, all right?
They're like, maybe we will just make you tranquil just for cause.
Oh, it'd be a waste.
Uh-oh.
I'll kill them.
I'll kill them before they make me tranquil.
I would take every Templar in that room down with me before I let somebody lobotomize me with magic.
Fair.
Because the tranquil part,
Anders would be proud.
He would.
the tranquil thing is like you're doing
I mean,
the
fuck that guy, but
and you fail, and so they're like, you got to get got. But she
you're a danger to yourself and others.
Obviously, you can't just have like remedial lessons on how not to get possessed.
Yeah. I mean, honestly, typically they just turn them tranquil before the harrowing even happens, because they're just like, you're just too weak and shitty, so you're not gonna be able to survive it.
Which is crazy.
So we're just gonna make you tranquil. We're gonna lobotomize you right now because there's no hope for you.
Like, what if you were dyslexic and it was taking you longer to learn the spells, and they're just like, you fucking suck. Like,
you
what?
You suck, and we're gonna
You're gonna
lobotomize you right now.
Lobotomize me because I have like a harder time learning something?
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Yeah, and then if you fail the harrowing, then they're like, we're not gonna lobotomize you, we're just killing you because you're actively getting possessed right now.
Yeah.
So it's like, lose every sense of who you are, which is a death in its own right, or just physically kill you.
It's die in like not in a spiritual and like, personality sense,
Or the little death.
or live as a tool for the rest of your life. And guess what? I'm gonna discover that mysterious fourth option.
It's the little death. Gay bitches. I don't know what to tell you.
Maybe my brother has some ideas on what to be doing about this. But yeah, this is great. I love that page.
Alrighty. The game master just yawned, so we probably should wrap up.
I'm sorry.
Your jokes are no longer funny, all of you. I'm going now.
I'm over it.
We get it. Fuck the chantry. All right.
We get it. I get it. You don't like them.
Anne's being kidnapped now? Oh, I don't know what it means in Orleo. I meant it in not Orlesian. Anyways, but now that
it means something. It means something much sexier.
Well, that's how I meant it.
Oh, okay.
That's why I said that's that mysterious fourth thing. Get bitches. Experience the little death.
No, Eosia low-key, she's like, my plan Z is like just find somebody very rich
Plan
and powerful
Z?
and marry them.
Use that. So what? That 25 other plans you gotta get through though.
No,
first.
plan C.
Oh, I thought you said plan Z.
That's what I thought you said
you
also.
got 25 plans already.
Plan Z is blow up and act like I don't know nobody.
Plan Z is everything else before me has failed spectacularly. So
I might just have to go nuclear.
So plan Z is Plan C is
Plan Z is there's not going to be a white spire anymore.
be like, hey, you know that thing that happened in Kirkwall? Let's do a repeat of that. That was a pretty good idea, actually.
Right now.
Plan Z is like, you don't understand how nice I'm being. I can show you how fucking crazy I am.
Oh my gosh. It's
He's like, your church could do some remodeling from the ground up. Anyway, so we should do our outros because GM did yawn.
Again, you don't tired of us? Crazy.
No, never.
All right. Well, thank you everyone for watching. We will be back next Friday night. to continue the chaos. And I did not picture Buccio being the peacemaker, but perhaps that's the
Nor did
role.
I.
You know, I was hoping though that Buccio would come and talk to Ade, so that made me very happy.
I honestly really like that. I was like, holy shit, man, you're like a communicator.
Well, they're
Maybe
really
that's-
the only two that talked at that when
Yeah.
they met. They were the only
Yeah.
ones who talked to each other.
maybe that's his role in this group. Is he's the he's the
He's
communicator.
the mediator between
The
all
mediator,
the
yeah.
others.
So, well, thank you, Jeffrey. Thanks for watching. We will see everybody again next week. And if you're watching on YouTube, thank you, and please be sure to give the video a like. And I think there's a certain potential sponsor we want to talk to. Let me try to think.
Mini
who it is.
melts.
Mini
Many
Melts.
Mouse! Sponsor us. Please. I've been begging you for I don't even know how long it is at this point, but ever since I started the Trash Mob, I've been on my knees begging you.
A while ago at this point.
Yeah.
Exactly. I'm your number one fan of your cotton candy flavor. I think that's the most elite cotton candy flavor out on the market. You guys do it like nobody else. And whenever I have the chance, I do buy it on my EBT card at the 7-Eleven 2 blocks from my house, right? So, and you know what? I'm even willing to allow you to capitalize on how much I love you by making me pay $6 for a cup at the New Jersey Mall. I'll do it for you, Mini Melts, and nobody else. So from one person who loves you to a person who could love me back as a company, you should send me a box of cotton candy Mini Melts, or even better, sponsor our channel. Let us know that you care about us too. Mini Melts.
And
Yeah, very
we have
sensual.
A fantasy, we have a fantasy Mini Melts show up in the game. Think about it, Mini Melts.
I'm
It's true.
Don't give
literally
up your
just
shot.
throwing out my net, anything it takes, right? There's gonna be a new skit every time, because at this point I just think plain old begging doesn't do it. So I have to go farther. Mini Melts, I will go the extra mile.
Go even further beyond.
I will.
Next week a song about why.
Oh, that's true. Yeah, we should have a whole song written.
Mhm. Mhm.
You're getting serenaded. All right, sonneted even.
You heard it here first. Mini Melts. The ball
And
is
the
in
week
your
after
court.
that, screenplay.
Okay, maybe that's a little.
That might
That's the
be a little too far. She's a college kid. I mean, she don't got time for all that.
Guys, I already have a thesis going on. That might just end it outright. All right, but have a good night. Much love to you all. Kisses, hugs. Watch our channel. Spread the word. Tag us on YouTube or some shit.
All right.
I mean Instagram.
Or wherever.
Wherever you. Thank you,
Twitter.
everyone, again, and have a good night. Bye.
Good night.
Night, everybody.